through the struggle, through the fight. We made it through the darkest nights. Still standing, still alive. Welcome to the other side. Through the struggle, through the fight. We made it through the darkest nights. Still standing, still alive. Welcome to the other side.
I'm down. Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy D Young. I got my brother, man, my boy, my night shift crew partner, man. We work together. My coworker, Devante Reed, man. He in the building today, man.
How you doing, man? Thank you, man. Thank you.
Crowd going crazy. Oh, man. What's up with bro, man? How you doing?
I'm cooling, bro. It's a
Chilling.
good night, man.
It's
I'm chilling, bro. It's
Wednesday,
cool.
you feel me? We only work by ourselves at most graveyard shifts, so on Wednesday we get to work together. So I was like, man, bro, you know what? I feel like you got some stuff you want to say. You feel me? Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Yep.
You feel me? So I just wanted to get on here, man. So y'all know this. Welcome to the other side, man. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me. This is my first interview, so you feel me? Bear with me.
It's good, man.
Bear with me,
got
man.
you,
Try to
man.
get comfortable doing this, man. But just for everybody out there today, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, man, listening. You know, it's a blessing to be able to be here and talk to people about what's going on, not only in my life, but in other people's life. So, you know, the people I bring on the show, I want to get people that can come on and, you know, that's been through some stuff, man, that's had some tough seasons, like I've said, you know, and have an opinion and what they did and what they got through to help them, you know, get through these things by using their faith. And, you know, I've talked to Devante and at work, us being here, and, you know, so I definitely think he's got an interesting story to tell. But, you know, like I said, I always like to start my podcast with a quick prayer. So please let me go ahead and say this. Dear Lord, bless everybody that's here listening to us today to please go ahead and feel comfort and get some hope out of this conversation that I'm having. If anything we can do to help these people learn something or learn ourselves for you, Lord, please do. Amen.
Amen.
So, Devante, bro, welcome to the other side, man.
Thank
I'm excited
you,
to have you again, man. Like
Appreciate
I said,
you.
you know, I always wanted people to know what the relationship is with me and the person I'm on the microphone with. So, you know, what's our relationship from you? Like, how do we know each other?
All right. So, yeah, we've been knowing each other for about a year and a half, I say.
Yeah.
We first met at a morning meeting. And he had I think he already had been on for about, a couple weeks maybe?
Yeah, I think it was like a month.
A month,
it was like
okay.
a month.
Month in, and seeing bro, first of all, we work in a county, no disrespect, you might see this, but we work in a predominantly white area. So it was just awesome to see a brother that's also getting this opportunity that is amazing for, this can change lives here. And the fact that I get to see another brother, same skin as me, and who's walked the same journey as me, may, you know, a little different, little tweaks in here and there, but to be able to see another brother be able to strive and make it and get in a predominantly white trade where, you know, we maybe get treated differently, but we made it. We got in. We got in.
Because it ain't money. It's only a couple of us, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I said the same thing because they was like, oh, yeah, have you met Devante? And I'm like, oh. It's
Gave it away.
Y'all know what I'm about to say. It's a oh, okay, my boy up here. All right, now I ain't met him yet. And then he walked up. I was like, oh, that's Devante for sure. Like, okay, what's up with bro? Like, you feel me? Like it was like all right, cool. Like that's somebody cool, you know, young hyphy cat, man. Young hyphy cat from the town.
Yep.
Big Oakland in the building.
Yep, man.
Come
Thank
on,
you,
man. Come on.
But yeah, no, it was cool, man, meeting you, bro, and at the meeting and whatnot, and just going from there was like we just got stronger with our bond, talking about life and our journey, kids, the family, both mixed, biracial,
Yeah.
everything, man. It's so close, but just a different story, man. But it was just so much similarities. And you had this energy, this big brother energy. That's just something I needed. And it seemed everything happens in life when God wanted and timing and how he put people in your life when, you know, sometimes people...
Ain't no coincidences.
It ain't no coincidences. Yeah, exactly, man. So, you know, we can get into it later as we keep going through. But you know my walk, bro. But yeah, no, you've been nothing but a blessing, bro, and a big brother. That's our bond, bro. Man, it's big brother, little brother, man. You know, I know if I hit him, I can call on him and at any time of need, man, for anything, and vice versa.
You might not like my answer, but
not for money though.
Nah. But he'll call me, and like I said, like it's like a big brother, little bro, because like I've been through a lot of stuff that a lot of people, not only just like in this trades, but as young black men that we got to go through. Yeah. Like, and like I've seen even you with your young kid. We both got young kids. You know, you got a couple older, that 12 and 13.
Yeah, about 12 and 11.
12 and 11. Sorry, bad. Yeah, 12 and 11 with the boy and the girl, and then you have the young baby girl. Like I got an older son. Yep. And then 2 babies. You know, it's like opposite, but it's like so I've been going through some stuff. Like especially, you know. When we get to be step-up parents, you feel me? Like, exactly. It's
another journey.
It's another journey, and that's something we had in common, you feel me? And it's like, so that's a whole nother story we can talk about. That might be another episode.
We can really dive into that, man. That's a whole nother struggle. It's a blessing, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing, but it's a whole nother struggle that's on top of already struggling. Okay,
you know. And so that was another thing we clicked off, and so it's just like I know in this year and a half I've been at the county. I started almost 2 years in April. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel me now? Like, I've been at the hospital for pretty much 2 years now. I mean, the whole time except 6 weeks. Yeah. So we got to link up, you know, with another young dude, Matt, that we work with too. That we kind of bonded. Like, you feel me, with being the youngest people in the county. Yep. You feel me? At the time, like, we got some younger guys now, but like y'all was the youngest, and then I was like the youngest OG. Yep. Like, you feel me? Exactly. Like, and so it's just us three, we clicked, so it was cool, and I got to learn about what you've been going through. You obviously learned about what I've been going through with all my stuff, and like you've seen me kind of go start my walk and kind of how this goes in. Yep. What is like one of the questions I want to ask you? What is your relationship with God, man?
I would say, like I said, it's not just starting. I'm starting a new relationship with God right now. So it's a new journey right now, but my faith isn't strong. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. You know, I believe that he died on the cross for our sins. And I am, you know, planning to start. I want to get what's it called? I'm getting a brain fog right quick. Baptized. I was trying to get baptized. Yeah, I wanted to start off this year with, you know, first 2 months, man. I want to get that accomplished and get that done, just so I can start this new journey. I only feel it would be right to do so, and that's the way I would want to do it. But yeah, I'm a Baptist.
That's amazing, bro. Why? So you've been baptized before?
Yeah, I was baptized. I think I was probably about, I want to say probably like 10, 11.
Oh, okay, so young.
Yeah, I was young.
Yeah, because I think I got baptized like so. I grew up going to a Catholic church. Okay. Like, so my parents, like, they were big, and my mom's side of the family, dad's side of the family, I got my dad is black, my mom is white. Mm-hmm. So my dad grew up, you know, I believe they went to a Pentecostal church. I'm not sure exactly what church my mom went to. Okay. But when we grew up, we were younger, all my neighbors went to Catholic churches. Mm-hmm. So my parents was like, well, we'll just go to the same church. They went to school there, but we went to the church there, going to Sunday school, doing all that, you know. But then, as I got baptized there. Okay. But I
remember your age?
I was like 8. I think it was fourth or fifth grade. Okay. So maybe third. So I was like 8. Okay. I think something like that, 7 to 8. Okay. Young. Yeah. Not knowing. You know, the body of Jesus Christ, you know.
I wasn't taking communion.
The wine. I took the communion.
Yeah, see, you know, they were strict on that. My grandmother, how they preached it in church was, you know, if you didn't.
And this was at a Baptist church,
At a Baptist church. If you wasn't, your walk with God wasn't right, and you wasn't fully in, like, with your journey or whatever, you were not to take communion until you were ready. Okay. Like, they almost made it seem like you would get sick. Like, you know, they kind of like make it seem like, yeah, if you weren't all the way, you know, in your walk, you know, you're still living a sinful life, going to the club, drinking, doing all that stuff that's, you know, not, you know, frowned upon. You're not really taking your relationship with God serious. So that was kind of like, don't take communion until you kind of got your life right with with God the way you're supposed to. But I mean, not saying you gotta be perfect. No, and that's not to take communion.
There's only one perfect person.
But you gotta be trying to aim to be as perfect as you can be. But yeah, I have never taken communion yet to this day.
Okay.
I've always wanted to, of course, man. I've always wanted to do it, but once I knew, I knew in myself that my journey wasn't, I did not say full, but I wasn't 100% in my walk with God yet. That I just knew I didn't feel right to take communion yet.
No, I feel you.
But I definitely.
And like I'm like, as you'll learn. I mean, as you've learned about me, and y'all will learn about me. Like I'm not I don't go to church every Sunday. I'm still not there. I'm still working on my walk too. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, nobody's perfect. I don't have my church home, and I'm still working. That's one of my things for this year as well, too, is to find my home church and start becoming a active member in the church and whatnot. But, like, to me, growing up, it was like you got baptized when you were younger. The parents did it. All my friends did it. It was what you did. And then you took communion. And then, like, still didn't understand all of what that was until I was older, you feel me? Like, and then even... Like, then as I got older, I started going to Christian churches. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, this is definitely more me than the Catholic church. Yeah. But, it was never, like, forced upon me on Sundays to go to church. It was so it was like, I remember starting going to Catholic Christian churches, and they was just handing me, they just hand out, the bread and a little shot of the juice. Yeah. And I'm like, I've only been, this is my first day here. And I'm like, take it back. Like, thank you for the body and the blood, like for the body and the blood of Jesus. Man, bro, like it was never like I've never heard it like people, but that makes a lot of sense that especially, grandmother, they grew up in a different time than we did. So church was like mandatory. That's what miss church. My dad didn't miss church growing up.
I went to Sundays. I was forced to go to Sunday school every Sunday. Too. I was forced, and then especially like I was lucky enough to have my great grandmother around still, so I went to church with my great grandmother, and I had to go to church with my grandmother. And
you was at church all day,
bro. And my grandmother was a Sunday school teacher.
Oh yeah.
And my grandparents was very involved. Like, my grandma used to do the soundboard for the whole church. So that's how my grandma was doing everything there. And I think she was one who first started with Axel Gospel doing evangelism, going out and going door to door. We used to go witnessing, put our shirts on, and go door to door and and go witnessing. We were first part of that when they first started there. We were a part of that. We were initiated that to start happening, and my grandma had a hand in that. So that was cool. I used to go witnessing a lot. But I want to ask you, what was your difference of going to a Catholic church and to a Christian church from the Hail Marys, the praises, the songs, the hymns compared, brother. Amen.
Look, God, I love you. I do. And I apologize, but like the whole it wasn't for me, bro. Like exactly. I was a kid getting smacked because I was sleeping, nodding off in church, but like, bro, like for me going to Catholic church, I remember sports came around when I started growing up, right? And they would have sports on Sundays. Bro, I was going to play every sport possible that played on Sunday. Bro, I played roller hockey. I tried ice hockey, tennis. It's on Sunday. Let's try it. Let's try it.
That's hilarious, brother.
Because, bro, like, man, no disrespect to anybody that's a Catholic. I respect it, man. Like, but it just wasn't for me. And I was young, so like it was like I remember when basketball started, bro. NJB, it was on Sunday. Basketball games was on Sundays in Vallejo, bro. So I was, that's what. November to May, March, April, good. You feel me? I gotta go. Then summertime football was back. Okay, I gotta go to football. Yeah,
you had it down packed, my boy.
Bro, I was like, man, and then like I remember some of my partners got in trouble when I was in high school, and then my parents were like, man, you need to go start going to a different church. So they took us to another church, and it was a bigger Christian church. And it was a smaller one at first, and it was cool, bro. It was my parents or my sister's friend's dad. He was a pastor. It was in South Vallejo, right on Lemon Street, bro. And It was a good. I don't remember what it's called, but it was good, man. I really liked it. I had friends that went there. You know, their parents would be there. My friends that from high school would be there, and then I started seeing people that I, getting in trouble with. But then I had lost a really good friend when I was like 19. I called him my cousin Thaddeus, man, a motorcycle accident. It was in 19. That was in 2010, so I would have been 21. We was 21.
Okay.
And that's kind of where like things started getting rough for me with church. Was like, man, even Catholic, Christian, like I
couldn't sit through it, huh?
Bruh. I'm like, he got no motorcycle accident. Like, man, bro, there was nobody to blame. So why?
You'll blame? Yeah, I've been there. I've been there before. I know where you were going with that.
Church was never like, even when I was younger with Catholic, I couldn't tell you like what's the biggest difference for me, because it just wasn't for the, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
So it was
bro.
like, and then I started going to Christian churches, and I started going to Baptist churches, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, like the music, I'm vibing, like the pastor's talking about what I can relate to.
Yeah.
Like even
youth groups, the music is different. It's not so.
See, I ain't even get to do nothing like that.
Yeah, we had cool. Like, man, I went to a church in it was on 101st or 104th at MacArthur. And it was called Imani Baptist Church, and a small church, probably 20, 30 people at the most, probably fit in there. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they would have, the vibes in there. Like, I could just remember, that's the only time I really enjoyed going to church, man. They would come out, man, and they would have the music playing. Oh, sorry. They would have the music playing and the drums going. Sometimes you got a little hip hop rhythm in there, and then everybody rapping, and everything would just meet to your soul and get your connection to God. It don't have to be the same way with other people with the hymns or straight out the book or all that. That was what got me, and I was sold on that. And then we ended up leaving that church, and I've never found a church like that again.
Dang.
And one church my girl is talking about is in Vallejo that she went to when she was going to high school out in Vallejo. And I think we might go by there. I don't know where it's at. Once I find out, I'll let you know. But we might go out there and try it out. But when we talk about church, she would talk about the same thing and have the same vibes about the church she's talking about now. Yeah. So if that's still there, we're gonna try it out. Hopefully. Absolutely. So I'll let y'all know. Yeah. But So that was my best time. I think it was probably like 11 to like 14 years of age, man.
Oh, okay.
And everything about it was just cool, man. You got young people I went to middle school with, people from the hood, from school, everything. Yeah. Everybody there. Yeah. Everybody there, man. And it's lit. Everybody, they got the dances going. It was just lit. It was good. It was good vibes. It was a place that a young person wouldn't mind being at, especially at that age. It was cool to be there.
Yeah. See, I never got that, because like I always felt out. I felt as an outcast on every church I went to until I got older. Because it was like I was the black kid with the white mom, light skin. You feel me? Like I always thought people was less. I went to the white churches, I was too black. I went to the black churches, I was too white.
Okay,
you feel me? And it was like I always never found my like spot where I felt comfortable. Even like churches I went to with some of my friends, like I just feel like with some of and it's probably, I don't know if people was looking at me or not or caring. I don't know. But I thought, in my head, I thought about it.
Yeah.
And, like, I just didn't like how people would look at me coming in with my white mom and stuff. Sometimes people look at my mom funny. I'm like, man, bro, I ain't like that.
I used to get that feeling at Catholic churches when I would go in because, my dad's side is mixed and, white-skinned is I don't know what.
Yeah.
So we don't look alike at all. It's like, where did you kidnap this kid from, man?
Bro, I know when I'll be walking in the store with DJ sometimes, or like my mom will walk in the store with my kids and something, be like, I know, like they look like, who kids is she with?
Yeah.
Like, who kids is like? Or they be like, oh yeah, his wife, she probably white. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just light. My kid's light skinned, bro. My wife is black. I'm half white though.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like my mom's white, but I know because like I be thinking about that sometimes too. Because I used to think about, like at school, bro, like people like.
I got made fun of.
Yeah, people make fun of
being the light skin, the yellow kid,
curly hair, nice hair, you
all
feel
that.
Me? All that,
dark skin people used to give me problems, man. The curly hair. Oh, man, you think you? Oh, I used to get all that.
And so like that traveled with me into the church.
Yes.
So it was like I took that as like it was negative. So like I didn't find a church until I think we were like 24, 25, and that was. I ain't gonna lie. Let me just tell this thing, and I ain't gonna lie about it to nobody. Bro, at the time, that was when I was partying heavy, right? Okay. We was partying, bro. Okay. And my boy was talking to this girl that used to always hang out with us, and she'd stay at our house, and then in the morning she'd be like, "Oh, let's cook," and I'm like, "Man, we gonna go to church." I ain't gonna hold you, bro. For a minute, I just said she gonna watch this, and like she's like, I used to call her like little bro. She was cool. That's my folks. But she gonna watch this and be upset. Like at first, it was like, damn, she might go home, and leave us alone. But I swear to God, bro. But she started coming, and like, bro, we got to the first church, bro, and so. The dude who don't stop, bro. Stop. I was a horrible person back in my day, bro. I'm sorry, and I apologize. You know, you still people, all love, but like, so, bro. What was I saying, bro?
I'm laughing at the story, not at you. I'm sorry, I promise you.
Oh, so we went to the first church the first day, bro. We went, bro. We walk in there. We hungover. I mean, hurting, hungover. I wouldn't be surprised if we smoked on the way, like in the car or something, trying to bounce back, or at least before we left. You feel me? And so it was like, we're going to go to church, and then we're going to come home and barbecue and eat and continue the party. Okay. And that's, and like, bro, but we get into that church, bro, and the pastor that was the pastor of the church, it was called Lighthouse Fellowship in Benicia. He was the pastor that spoke at my cousin's funeral. When he passed away at 21, and that's how I first heard about him. Okay. So my parents had been going there. His parents had been going there. His sister had been going there. I had some few folks that had been going there. Okay. Come to find out, I knew the pastor's son from high school and stuff. So it was just like, I'm like, man, and he just like, I really felt what he was talking about at my cousin's funeral, that Thabo funeral, and so, like, when I went to his church, like, bro, we got in there, bro, and he was talking about, oh, you got to meet people where they at. You can't judge them because they came in here, drunk, high. Bro. And we all sitting there looking at each other, bro. Like, I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, dang, bro, how he know? Out of all the people, how he know, bro? So, like, at the end when they doing, what do they call it? When they do do you want to, do you believe in, Jesus died for our sins, do you want to retake, being a Christian? And, they ask you to raise your hand if you want to get closer to God. I forgot what it's called off the top of my head right now.
I don't know what it's called.
Call to service or something. Okay. I'm not sure 100%. I'm working on all my conversations with this stuff, y'all. But so every eye closed, every head bowed, if you want to raise your hand. Yep. So I raise my hand, they grab me, walk me up there.
You go to the front. Yep.
I go to the front, you feel me? And as it's done, I look up, my best friend Aaron standing right next to me. I'm like, oh, like, I didn't even know you was up here, bruh. Like, and it's like, I'm like, we in there bawling. Boo-hoo, crying, bruh. And now I never felt so much relief.
You took the words right out my mouth.
Relief, bruh.
That cry is such a good cry. When you walk out them doors, you feel so like something just lifts off you. That cry was needed. You cried all that stuff off your shoulders, bro.
And that was, mind you, that was over 10 years ago. You feel me? When this happened. Yeah. So it was like I was literally, bruh, after church, we were just going home. We'd go to a Safeway, grab a whole bunch of food, cook, and with that food would come a big old bottle, and we getting ripped. It was a part, like, bruh, like, I didn't, my first, like, we went to church every Sunday for, I want to say, like, a solid, like, 6 to 7 months. And we got, me and Aaron ended up getting baptized. Yeah. You feel me? That was the first time I got baptized out of my own, like, this is what I wanted to do, but it's still, I wasn't, like, they wanted us to go to Sunday, or they wanted to come men's meetings, and they wanted us to do all this at the time in my life. I was like, they were like, you got to tithe. And I'm like, tithe what? I don't have nothing to tithe. I get 10% of what? 10% of nothing is nothing, boss.
It's exactly
because I ain't got nothing. Yeah. Like, and as I was young, I think I didn't realize what, as I was young, I didn't think I realized what, giving everything meant to which I'm starting to understand now, but like, that's, bruh, young to even know, like, even at your age, to find a church that you want to find back to, like, that's great. Cause I still ain't found my, like, all said and done one church I want to go to.
But I think it's wrong. It's bad that I have this look now because I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed every time I go to a church now. I'm never gonna find that church home. So it's almost a scared journey because I got this. This is what I'm expecting now, and I may not get that. And so how many churches I got to keep going to it? And and I'm big on it is because my cousin from Hayward, on my Mexican side, he's a Baptist, and he likes going to these mega churches, man. And I'm not into that vibe. After I left Axel Gospel, that was probably the only mega church I've been to that's big enough to hold 100, 200, 300 people.
Yeah.
And I'm used to 50 or less.
Yeah, that's like all the churches I grew up, except the Catholic churches. The Christian churches were all 25.
25. I got some that's really, 15, 20, and that's maxed out.
Yeah.
Like, we're not getting more than
like the mega churches, bro, that was a culture shock to me because I went to my wife after I met my wife. She was like, oh, I go to the Father's house in Vacaville. Mm-hmm. And she drove me, but she was like, oh, that's it right there. It was on the side of the freeway. Bro, it looked like it was the size of a Costco.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't get down with those churches like that. That's too much for me.
You don't get a personal connection with the pastor.
Yeah.
Because pastor's supposed to at least, he's not gonna know everybody name for name, but he's supposed to have
you
a
felt like
relationship
he
knew you.
Every church I went to, when I walked, all right, Mr. Young Man, I'm gonna be watching for you playing football. When I was younger, I'm gonna watch your game, or all right, man, stay out of trouble. I'm gonna call your team. Like, it was always personal.
Yep.
Like, when I got baptized in Benicia, like, our pastor came to our house after for a barbecue, it was close. Like, at the Father's house, like, I went, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, like, the pastor Dave, bro, he's amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's called the Father's house in Vacaville, bro, and the church is amazing, bro. And I, like, first day, bro, cool. God is funny, bro. He's hilarious, bro, because he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, you done disappeared, but I'm gonna bring you, I'm gonna get you, bro. Yeah. Don't trip, come back.
Yep.
And the first day I get to the Father's house, bro, bro. He got me. He got me. How'd he know?
Yep.
You feel me? Yep. Like, bro, like, it's real, bro.
That spirit comes over you, man. You feel that.
I mean, I would be stopped crying, bro, and then a word in the song. I ain't even made it to hold on. I ain't even made it to Pastor Dave talk. This is all praise and worship.
Yeah, we ain't even got to preaching yet.
We ain't got no just the songs. Bruh.
I know that.
Man, I'm like, and then he started talking. I'm like, man, I'm actually impressed with this. I actually really liked it. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Did altar call. That's what we was talking about.
Yeah,
earlier.
Okay, there we go.
So you feel me? At that moment in time, I was like, man, I was going through some drinking stuff too. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go try to get more. Mm-hmm. I want more of this. Yeah. And I would try, go on and off. Mm-hmm. But then it just, like, the mega church is the one thing, like, even our small churches, you get guest pastors and stuff. Yeah. But, like, every other Sunday, I only heard Pastor Dave talk, like, once a month. And I really
had guest speakers.
Yeah, and some of them I didn't vibe with, bro. Yeah. Like, and I was just like, man, I can't get down with this, man. I don't feel like, I like when he could, like even then COVID happened, right? So then it was like, oh, I could watch it until, like, when he'd be on TV, I'd really be in. But, like, if it's other people, I didn't vibe the same, bro. And I don't know if it was, like, he older white dude, wasn't nothing like it. Just he spoke, like, the way he spoke, I felt it.
Okay,
you feel me? And some of the other ones I didn't. So mega churches it's not a no. It's hard for me to go all, like you said, because it's so big. Like, bro, they got coffee machines. They got, like, bro,
Sunday school ain't normal Sunday school. I mean, I've been I think it was in Dublin or something like that. They got PlayStations in there. So after they preach and they do their little things and stuff, they can go play games and play. I didn't have
the Bible. that was the only book
you got the little thing that they gave you for that's telling you what's going to go on through the hours, and you had a note page on the next side where you can put notes. I got that to draw on. Yep. That's the most entertainment you gonna get.
You was drawing on the paper they gave you.
The things they pass out, you can draw on the back of that, but it wasn't nothing else. You go to Sunday school, do the program, and
like they had like I remember like we had a little park at the church we went to because it was at a school. Okay. So, like, we got 20 minutes out at the park before you came in and did the singing and studying and stuff. Like, I remember we did have that, like, but, like, even at TJ school, bro, it's like they have separated from each grade, younger kids and older. Yeah. And I'm like, man, these places are amazing. Like, bro, can sit. They were in there doing singing. They was like, I was impressed with their Sunday school, bro. Like, and it wasn't PlayStation. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
wild, it threw me off. I was like, nah. As soon as I
wild.
see stuff like that, I'm already checking out. Like, I'm probably not even gonna give the pastor a chance. I'm already checked out because I'm already seeing what y'all. This is what you taking your tithe money and wasting it on, bro. I'm good. I'm good, buddy. I already see how you rocking, bro. But I love when a pastor that you can get a good relationship with. The pastor that my grandma's church that I visit here and there, he's a very good dude. Pastor Jesse, his name is Pastor Jesse. And when I was going through my little shindig of being out in the streets and stuff, I had caught a gun charge, and I was out on bail, and they was trying to hit us with all type of gang charges and stuff, and the gun was registered to a dead guy. It was a whole bunch of shenanigans going on, and this was one of my first real charges. So I was thinking I'm about to get cooked. I was like, and I got it from some people that was very nasty. I said, this got bodies on it. We going down. We getting double everything. Ugly. I said, we was sitting in court, man, and the dude told us, he said, man, they told us y'all was on your way to go do all this and that. They said, man, they trying to throw the book at you. I said, man, this my damn near my first real charge. I said, they open these doors, I'm finna run. I'm finna run. But Pastor Jesse was so cool though. When I was out on bail and stuff, he took his time after church and met up with me at Olive Garden to have dinner.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is just a perfect segue, so I gotta grab it real quick and stop you before you go into this testimony, bro, because this is exactly why, like, you feel me, like, I wanted to make this podcast, bro, because I wanted to hear. We was just talking, and I'm glad we got to have this conversation. Yeah. But like, bro, like, I was gonna ask you, like, what was a time that made you realize that there is somebody on the other side of this helping you, like that that God is real. And I feel like this is an opportunity that you're going to talk about it. So I want to stop you and ask you, like, man, is this your way to the other side, my guy?
Yes, that was my way to the other side.
Let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it, bro. Pastor Jesse, come on.
Yeah, so he came through in the clutch, man. On his own time, we met up, 6, 7 o'clock night, and met up at Olive Garden. And he sat there and we just talked for hours, man. A dude, he came from the street life too and changed his life around, and he just really understood everything and where I was coming from. And he would pray with me, he would text me, he would call me, he would just keep in touch. I mean, dude would damn near going to my court dates.
Wow.
Dude was involved.
Yeah.
I said, and I that was what just threw me, and it changed the game for me. I was like, this man ain't just all talk. He ain't here to just collect some money from me or feed me some stories or something like that. No, he really trying to get to know and help me on my path, and walk with me. He's holding my hand through my journey. You feel me? So, yeah, that was a blessing, man. My grandma, I was glad she took the time to reach out to him and let him know what I was going through, and thank God I got probation, so I didn't have to go back to return to jail. I was freaking out. I was gonna have to return back to jail. I didn't want to go back in.
Yeah.
So it was good that I was able to get off with a light little bit of probation and continue my life and move past that.
And how long ago was this?
That was probably about 2013, 2014.
It's like 12, 13 years ago, something like that. Okay.
And that right there, I ain't been back to a jail cell since.
Damn,
I said, I ain't going back, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he came through, and not just that. Prayer is an amazing thing. You know what? At that time too, man, we were going through a lot of journeys, spiritually at that time. My auntie was taking us. I think I might have came out to Vallejo or Fairfield to a Hispanic church. I was getting a lot of prayer for that case, and man, I was up there. We went on a late night. It was so weird. I mean, that's like they specifically held the church open and kept it open for me to come out there so they could pray over me, bro. Like, and what was cool about it was so crazy, man. It was like
Hispanics don't play.
They lined it up perfectly. Like, they had a younger dude there, and an older lady there, and the younger dude that they brought that kept there was an ex-gang member like me.
Mm-hmm.
And And that's what really hit home, was like, all right, bro, like, I ain't got to be so frowned upon that I still, you know, I want to have my religion and my faith. Like, look at this dude. He's doing it. So, yeah, I went out. I can't remember exactly the area, but it was a good 30, 40-minute drive. And it was probably about 9 o'clock at night. Went there to a place where I could not understand nothing. Halfway. And they prayed over me for a good hour and everything, man. It was amazing, man. And, you know, that boo-hoos come, the cries come, all that. You know, you start feeling the spirit, everything, you know, and it just, something comes over you, man. It be so peaceful and uplifting. Yeah. And I just don't know why I don't be more consistent, you know. I would like to be able to go to church more often on Sundays, or go to a men's meeting or something like that. I know I need it. Yeah. But just trying to make the time and effort to do that is hard, man.
It is. And this is one thing that I've been, I mean, even here, like, I've been trying to, like, me personally, I've been working on is, like, making my time more intentional, or doing things that are more intentional about trying to make sure I'm doing it the right way. So if I'm going to spend time doing something, I'm going to make sure I'm doing it the right way. If I'm like, you know, like, everybody's always said it, even back to, you know, you make time for who you want to spend time with. Yeah. And so it's like, that's why, like, even, like, make sure at work, I make sure I read my Bible, like, even if it's 5 minutes, like, I give myself at least 5 minutes. I pray every day, you know, like, and I know I'm not the best, you know, Christian when it comes to going to church. But, you know, like, the men's meeting for me, that's a big one for me. And that's what's helping me go down this walk a little better. Yeah. It's because, you know, I go to Shop Talks Ministries in Vallejo. It's every first Monday. On the last episode, I said it wrong again. It's the second Monday of every month, once a month. The last episode, I said it was the second Tuesday. I'm wrong. It's the second Monday of every month. And it's at Double Edge Barbershop in Vallejo. Okay. And, man, bro, like, I learned a lot about myself there. Because, like, even, like, one of the first days, one of the first few meetings, like, I was talking about, like, I didn't even have a Bible in my house up until February of 2025. Okay. You feel me? So that's how new I'm still in this. You feel me? Like, I didn't, and I had to, they created a safe enough place to where I could tell that with a guest pastor there, and I was like, man, I was listening to him talk, and he had this Bible, and he handed me this Bible, and I kind of talked about this in my first episode. Okay. And it was like, he was like, man, this Bible I couldn't find my personal Bible. I had found this it was a gift for somebody else, but it wasn't a gift for them. It was actually for you. It was like, there ain't no coincidences that I couldn't find my personal Bible and that's what this place gave me, was a safe enough space to feel like I could tell other men, like, man, I'm saying I'm being a man of God and all this, but I don't even got a Bible in my house, bro. Yeah. Like, you feel me? Like, I was like, that's pitiful, bro. But yeah, like we was talking about, man, like, the men's group, for me was a big deal. Going to see places that men were able to be vulnerable in, bro, and, like, you know, tell their stories. And I'm like, dang, I'm going through the same thing, bro. Like, I never thought that was something that I could even be a part of. Yeah. Be open to talk.
To be comfortable in that space.
Yeah, like, I got my boys that I talk to, like, that, like, I got a group of close friends that, like, I could tell them anything, but, like,
strangers,
bro, like, complete strangers. Yeah. Like, I know a couple of y'all in here, but then like, there's still more people that I don't know. Yeah. And I'm telling y'all this, bro, like, man, but they telling me. Yeah. Like, dang, man, like, and I'm like, man, we going through the same thing, bro. So for men to have a place like that,
it's important, bro.
It's important, bro. Yeah, it's important. And if you don't have one, you know, it's good to find, like, even if you go to a church and say, hey, man, like, I want to start going to a men's group, you know, like, something. I think that's something that every man needs to have. They need to have a tribe, you feel me, so that they can call on somebody when they going through it with wife, kids, work, school, whatever it is that you're going through, man. Like, there's options.
There's options, yeah. Especially, and you don't want to go to the wrong person. You don't want that worldly advice. You want that proper advice.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, we got good friends and close friends that we can be vulnerable with, but are they they're gonna give you advice? But is it gonna be the way that we walk in our faith?
Yeah. Is it, and that to me, I think as I've started to, do this, I do definitely surround myself with more believers than not. Like, and not to say I wouldn't kick it with my boys that aren't. Like, I don't judge you at all for that, bro. Like, but like, I don't want you to feel like I'm judging you, but at the same time, it's like, this is who I am now, though. So like, there is, if you say something like, man, bro, like, man, I'm good, bro. I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. I might say something like that because that's how I really feel. You feel me? Yeah. Like, bro, I'm good, bro. Like, y'all. Yeah.
I ain't worried.
I'm not worried about it.
Exactly.
You feel me? I ain't worried about it.
Yep. That's giving it all to God, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, and so, I mean, I think that would be something, just from what we talked about,
I definitely know I need that.
Yeah, find something like that.
Especially
come to minds in Vallejo.
Having that absent of, the father and all that. I think, being part of a men's group would be amazing and probably help me in so many different ways.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro, because it definitely is a big deal. And finding a church and finding somewhere where your kids feel comfortable, your wife feel comfortable at, like your girl feel comfortable at, that's going to mean the world to them as well, too.
Yep.
And it's just it's a big family decision.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I think that with that, you'll find more and more comfort in your journey as well, too, once you get there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when I first started doing this, like, I'd go to places and I'd start, oh, can I pray for you? Like, not like to random strangers. Like,
and what was like people's reactions? Like, how,
it wouldn't be all random strangers. Like, I'd be somewhere with my wife, right? And they were one of her friends passed away, and so they were talking about, and I was like, everybody was getting ready to say bye, and I was like, y'all mind if I pray? He passed away. I pray for the family, pray for y'all,
that's
y'all friends, and I'm like, I don't even know a verse in the Bible. What am I talking about? But I'm about to pray for y'all.
You don't gotta come out the verse of the Bible.
You feel me? But that made me just even comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, and it was just like that made me going to these men's groups has started to give me confidence in my faith.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hide from. I used to hide. Like, I was a closet Christian. You feel me? Nah, bro. Like, I go to church, man. Like, but like, I didn't. Nah, man, I wasn't out there. Like, I wasn't the one that was gonna be in the group and being outside. Yeah, nah, it wasn't me. Yeah. But like, I got belief and faith in my walk right now, and I'm like, let's talk about it, man. God is amazing, bro. Like, and I want other people to know about it.
Yep.
We've talked about a lot of stuff. I think we went on and off topic, but I mean, bro, like, I think one of the best things about this podcast is it gives people an opportunity to find different ways of, being okay with their faith.
Yeah.
And, I know we've talked about it in the past, but what is something that you think, and mind y'all, this is my first episode, so I'm sorry if I'm trying to get these questions out, but I read them and I'm like, what did I write? But how do you find a balance between your faith and life?
Oh, that's a good one. How do you find a balance? I would say, per se, I don't really actually seek out a balance. I think what actually happens is either it comes naturally or you with prayer and due time, that things will balance out how it's supposed to be, because God controls all, so he knows what's your troubles and your worries and what's going on, and so prayer, bro. Prayer is absolutely. I think probably that's the perfect answer right there. Is prayer for me is what my balance is right now. I feel every time I pray, after I pray. And even the best times because sometimes I'll just pray in my bed, but when I actually get down on my knees and pray, oh man, it's such a powerful thing, dude.
Yeah.
And sit there, like I said, I've talked to you about it before. I always do the Lord's Prayer first, and then I just go in. I don't go off verses and stuff like that. I just go in, and you know what? I think honestly, I'm not ashamed of prayer, and I think I'm amazing at prayer because, man, this is a situation that happened not too long ago. When my grandfather died, we were having issues at the funeral.
Yeah. And
my grandmother had to kind of, intervene between me and somebody else. And we went outside, and I could tell my grandma was upset with what just happened. So I just snatched her and we went to the corner and I just started praying. Me and her held hands and I started praying and it blew her mind. Wow. She went in there and she told this other lady, she said, my grandson can pray. She said, and so the lady came afterwards and she was talking to me after the funeral and she was like, I heard you can pray. And I said, man, I just didn't know what. That's all I knew. That's all I can do. That's all I knew I can do was just, man, just go in, man, and just. There's no right or wrong way to pray. Yeah. That's my point to that too. Is there's no right or wrong way. You should never be ashamed, man. Prayer is prayer. That's your connection, and your connection with God. And can't nobody distinguish that or say anything between that.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
So never be ashamed of how you pray or when you want to pray or who you want to pray for.
Yeah, like I
do that with confidence.
Confidence, bro. Like I pray, like, man, bro, I appreciate you, God. Like, thank you for everything. You feel me? Like, that exactly how I'm talking is how I pray to God. Like, and I think that's like you have to do that.
I may slip up and say a bad word, man. I tell myself, I'd be like, man, you know me, God.
My bad, bro.
But I be getting in it and I'm feeling it. I'm like talking to him. And I'm like, man.
And I know my words ain't always perfect, but bro,
exactly. But he knows my heart.
He knows my heart.
He knows my heart. He knows our mind, and he knows it. I mean, at least we're trying.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We're definitely trying, bro. And that's what we got to do. There was a question I asked you earlier, and you gave me a great answer, and I forgot it because we messed up. But I wish I could remember it because it was.
Yeah, that was a good question.
That was a good question. But anyways, there was another part that I wanted to ask you about before we get out of here, bro. Was what is there something that you would like to talk to God about that you haven't?
Just getting my family stronger and, the connection better all together, that we move as a unit, as a family together, we got a lot of family issues going on, after the death of my grandfather. So, I think really just staying on prayer and praying about the family and just kind of keep us close and as one. Yeah, and not distant from each other, and fighting and turning and about property and money and all that should be irrelevant. That's the worldly thing. We can't take it with us.
Can't take it with us, bro.
So to me, I'm trying to be a mediator of some stuff that's just to me just funny. It's just nonsense. I'm like,
don't matter.
Y'all too grown for this.
Yeah,
but
that one of the reasons why I want to ask that question and. Definitely, and I want to ask every guest that I have on there is to make it intentional that you if that's something you haven't talked to them about, like make sure now I've called you out on it, right? Yeah. I'm holding you accountable now. Now it's on the internet, it's live. You gotta, hey, bro, did you pray on that? Because now people see, man, did you pray on that, bro? I saw you was talking about it. Because like we've talked about, man, like I've gotten to a place now where I just have to give everything to God, and it's by His will, bro. Yep. Like you feel me? Like that is real, and if it's supposed to be, bro, it will be. If
it's in His will, it will be done.
It will be done, bro. But that will be done.
Yep. So that's probably a backup thing. If I'm gonna talk to God, is besides family, is being able to give everything up to Him, and everything that weighs on my shoulders, good or bad.
Yeah.
To give it all to God, give glory when it's time to give Him glory. And instead of stressing and dwelling on things, come to God.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to figure it out I'm not on my own. Yeah, and that's where I think I get it wrong at all the time. Is I'm always thinking I'm alone, and I'm like, I'm not. I got Him.
Nope.
It's always here. Man, I think I talk to Him so much in my head that I don't even have to pray out loud. I'm just talking to Him. I don't know if I'm talking to myself or I'm actually talking to Him, but I talk so much in my head, talking to God, just like, oh, thank you, man, or oh, man, remember to appreciate Him. I think the biggest thing is just waking up or being able to see another morning. Right now, even though we ain't sleeping, and it's what time is it? Almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Somebody didn't wake up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Somebody not getting out the bed today, and I get to come home to my family.
Yeah, our worldly bodies still get to come home.
Yep.
And we want to make sure. I want to make sure that you, me, my family, we get to go to the other side too. So, I want to make sure that we're doing the right way when we're here, so that when we get there, bro, like we get to live in His eternal greatness at the end of the day. And we know He died for our sins. So I'm not sitting here saying go be a sinly person and go out there and act a fool. Yeah. But He did die for our sins. So if you're going to find God, like it's never too late.
Yeah.
Like, you know, God loves us regardless. He is never going to shy away from us. If we go to find him, he will be there to find us.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
Just make sure you are praying that, you are talking to him, you are doing that. And, you know, because I think for me, it's been helping me a lot. Yeah. And like I said, this is one of the reasons why I started this podcast is to help people. So I can't sit here and give you pastor advice, but I can give you my advice. And my advice is to talk to God.
Yeah.
Read your Bible, talk to God.
Definitely.
Create that relationship with him, man, because that it's been helping. And I know there's going to be more that will help both of us in our futures. But, you know, that's one step that we could both do better at is just making sure we constantly, you feel me, keeping him in the right path, in the right front of your mind, you know, keep you on the right path too. Keep us on the right path.
Yep. Consistency is key right now.
Consistency is key, bro. You know, there ain't no such thing as coincidences. We don't get this job working night shift together for no reason because, like, you feel me, we gotta everything. Everybody needs everybody, and sometimes God puts people in your world for a season or two to make sure that's what you needed it for, and now it's your time to branch off. You feel me?
Yep.
And so, bruh, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. We could talk about so much more because I know we got so much more in common, and we could
probably sit here and talk for hours,
bro. But man, this is the first episode of The Other Side, bro. I truly appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for being here, man. Again, everybody, if you're watching the show, you like the show, man, please watch, like, subscribe, share, all that, man. The Other Side, we're trying to get more and more stuff done. I got this will be posted on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff as well too. But I definitely want to make sure we can get the Instagram followers up. The other side 435. Follow, tag, share, repost, whatever the kids be saying. That, man, get me out there, man. You feel me? Let's put it all up for God. And most importantly, man, if you guys have something you guys want to talk about, you want to come on the show, man, you want to talk, you got a segment you want me to talk about, you may not even want to get on the show, you know, you got something that's a good portion, a good testimony that you want to get shared, you don't want to talk about it. I might have been through it. Yep. If not, I might know somebody that's been through it. So send me some questions on it, man. You know, let's talk about it. Because I want to get everybody to have an answer, or if I can't find you an answer, I'll find somebody to find you an answer. Yep. You know? So, but other than that, man, again, welcome to The Other Side. This is D Young, and we out.